Well, hello guys, AO123 here, and today we are doing another Avengers Endgame set review. This time, as you can see, is on the Iron Man Hall of Armour set. You can see it does include two Outriders, the Iron Man Mark 1, the Iron Man Mark 5, Iron Man Mark 41, and the Iron Man Mark 50. So there you can see the front of the box. And then there you can see the back of the box with everything the set can do. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's start by taking a look at the minifigure. So starting off with the Iron Man Mark 1 here. As you see, this is a really nice minifigure. There is a lot of detail on this. Probably one of my favourite minifigures from the entire MCU, in fairness. You can see does kind of resemble the Mark 1 armour from the very first Iron Man movie, really nicely. You can see it's got all these scratches on it because obviously this was just made with a bunch of scraps in a cave, and of course the arc reactor there. And then the helmet does use the same old comic book Iron Man helmet, I believe. So yeah, that's pretty nice. And you can see the face print on there. I think they've done a decent job there. Then taking that off, we do just have a clear face underneath, so you can swap that out with a Tony Stark face if you want to. And they're putting that back on. And then there you can see the back detailing, where he has got all the detail in there. And you can see the little Stark Industries thing there, which has probably come from one of the missiles he was meant to be making. And there you can see the back of the helmet. So yeah, that is it for the Iron Man Mark 1 suit. It's really nice that we get this. I think it's definitely needed. Obviously, it's the very first suit that Tony Stark ever made, for his getaway from the terrorists in the cave. So yeah, I think it's long overdue. And next up here we have got the Iron Man Mark 5 suit. This is of course the suit from Iron Man 2 that Tony uses when he is fighting Whiplash or Ivan Vanko on the Formula 1 racetrack in Monaco. So yeah, obviously this was the suitcase suit. I think they've got the detailings there spot on. This definitely does resemble the Mark 5, which is one of my favourite Iron Man suits. You see the silver and red highlights there, and the main chest piece of course. And then you can lift the mask up to reveal that clear face underneath. You can close that back up as well. And of course, if you want to, you can swap it out with a Tony Stark face. Although for some reason my helmet is kind of stuck to that clear headpiece underneath, so that's not going to be happening anytime soon. You can see the leg detailing as well. And then the back detailing does carry on that really detailed and intricate look that the front was going for, and I think they have got this suit spot on there. So yeah, that is basically it for the Mark 5. And the next suit here we have is the Iron Man Mark 41, or the Bones suit. So as you can see, this suit is black and gold. You can see all the detailing on there with the exposed kind of circuits. I'm pretty sure this suit is meant to kind of resemble a skeleton. I'm not really sure if this was in Iron Man 3 that much. It definitely wasn't one of the main suits that Tony was using, but it probably was in there somewhere, like all of them were. But there you can see, of course, the really detailed again, and then the helmet does just have a clear headpiece underneath there, which was almost getting stuck there. So yeah, and it's the same kind of Iron Man helmet that we're all familiar with. And then there you can see the back detailing, where that really intricate detailing again follows on from the front. So yeah, that is basically it for the Iron Man Mark 41 suit. And then the next suit here is the Iron Man Mark 50, which is identical to the version from the Infinity War sets. I'm not really sure why this is in here. I would have definitely rather got the Quantum Realm suit for Iron Man, or another kind of old suit like the other three there, because they are great additions and they have a lot of detailing, so it would have been nice to get another suit rather than just this reused one. The face underneath is Tony Stark's face, of course, from the Infinity War sets. You get the heads-up display there, and they do actually include his hairpiece, so you can put that on there if you want to, or you can put it there if you want to. And then there is the back detailing, and of course you can put this Tony Stark head onto any of the other suits if you want to. So let's just put it on the Mark 1 there, so you get to do that. And then of course you can put the clear head onto the old Iron Man Mark 50 suit, and you can just kind of have that on display. And then you can use Tony in his Mark 1 suit if you want to. So I think that is a nice little addition there. But yeah, that is it for the Mark 50 50 suit, nothing new. It's exactly the same as the version from the Infinity War sets, and so yeah, that's all I really have to say. And then lastly, we do get 2 Outriders, which I guess is a nice way to build your army. But again, these 2 could have definitely been switched out for 2 more Iron Man suits. So, you know, we could have got 6 brand new suits in this set, but instead we only get 3. You know, we could have got like the Mark II or some other suits, you know. They are identical to the Infinity War versions as well, so you've seen that all before. And then you can see the front and the back of them, so yeah, and they both have these arms which can be moved around. So yeah, that's it for the Outriders. Now we can take a look at the set itself. And here is everything we get in the set itself. So of course we do get the Igor suit, which I know a lot of people have complained about for looking really weird, but yeah, that it is what it is. And then of course we get the little kind of robot here that's used to be putting out the fires. So yeah, that can be manoeuvred about, and it is a nice build, so you know, you can move this up and down and roll him about if you want to. So yeah, we do get this little desk, so you can sit Tony in this if you want. Let's just put him there. He does get a mug there to kind of have a drink from, and then you can see all of the little computer screens on these panels there. They are all stickers. You can see we've got Jarvis there, and then in this one you can see we've got the system error, intruder alert, and some blocked call. So obviously someone's been trying to call Tony who he doesn't want to talk to. And that does have that little axle on the front, so you can connect it to the rest of the set there if you want to. It can connect there to the little platform, or you can remove it and then we can turn this whole thing around, and it can also attach there onto the back. And the really good thing about this set is that's technically not the back, because this whole thing can just be, you know, twisted around, and then you actually do get a really nicely enclosed little thing. It does just form a nice little circle, and of course this bit here is exposed, but you know, it forms a nice little circle, so you can probably put all of his armors in these things, you know, instead of having them standing this way, which is kind of the idea. You can probably have them stood this way, and then you'll be able to see them through the windows there like so, and so Tony can just kind of be surrounded by his armors and feel safe. But yeah, that is a nice little touch. Taking this off though, you can see we have got the Mark V suit on that sticker there, and then on this one we have got the Mark 25 suit on that sticker, the Striker. And of course we've got a little reference to the House Party Protocol from Iron Man 3, where he did destroy all of his suits. So yeah, but all the other windows do have no stickers on them, so it's not a big issue putting them on. And of course these all twist around because they are individual builds, so you can just detach them like so. It's pretty easy, and each one is a little segment, so you can build this Hall of Armors however you want. So you know, if you want to kind of have it this way, you can you know, take this off, and then let's say you want to build it like this, you can just connect these all back together like so, and then you can put them all here, and then that can kind of wrap around the little center podium piece. So this is a nice way of kind of getting different setups with it. You know, you can have this one kind of side shot, and then you get Tony on there. You can kind of have these arms moving about as he rotates and is put into one of his older suits, like so. So yeah, that's a little nice thing. And this thing does also disconnect really easily, so you can kind of have these two as their own thing, you know, if you want to. So we can move that out of the way, and then of course there you can see the actual Hall of Armors itself. And then again, you know, they do just disconnect really easily, so you can put that back together really easily if you wanted to, like so. And then you get the armory back to how it is. And then the really nice thing about this is also the way that it is modular. So what you can do is take some of these things off, and then you can just simply stack the sections there, like so. So you can put those on, and then you can just simply put these pieces up here and just make yourself a nice little balcony. And then, you know, you get a nice modular armory if you want. So, you know, you can have this anywhere you want. The only problem is that you do get 9 little segments, and only that means one of them has to be kind of on its own. Or of course you can put it up even higher if you wanted to, or you can just leave it like this, and that's still a nice look. Of course you can put your armours in like so, and yeah, and these little white things do remove pretty easily, but they do block up some of these spaces, so you do have to take those out. But you know, it's easy to change the layout of this, and of course you do get this little kind of smoothie maker up here with this little mug next to it, and we get this weapons rack there. That is a little kind of blast piece that you can use to simulate one of Tony's little repulsors. And then this little piece there, that is just where you can store Tony's hairpiece when you aren't using it. So yeah, that is pretty much it. And then we do also get this little radar dish that you can put in, just kind of there. So yeah, you know, you can definitely get multiple of these sets and kind of build up your own Hall of Armour if you want, because, you know, 9 add 9 is 18, so that would actually give you a nice even layout. Or you can just have a kind of full circle if you wanted to. But you know, I really like the kind of what they've done here. It is nice and modular, so you know, you can change the layout however you please. And yeah, I think that is definitely a big bonus to this set. So that's pretty much it for the main armory itself. We do also get these little flame pieces to kind of simulate fire, and you can just put those wherever you want. And then of course the last part of this set is the infamous Lego Igor suit. So there you can see that, yeah, you can see it does use the little mixer joints there, which can be moved about. There's a lot of articulation in this, so that is one good thing. The legs can of course be moved about. I think the main problem with this mainly comes down to the face. It is a little bit blocky, and the biggest problem comes from this side angle where, you know, there's a lot of gaps there, which is a huge problem. But you can put a Tony Stark minifigure inside this. You just lift this up and then pull this down. Oops, that's broke off there. You just pull that down and then open these up, and then you can take any Tony Stark minifigure you want and you literally just stick him on there, and then you can close everything up like so, and then there you have it. Tony Stark is in the suit, and you know, it does look very awkward from the side when you can kind of just see straight through there. So you can kind of, you know, you can kind of mask that by pushing the shoulder in like so, but there you can see again, it is a really awkward angle. So yeah, I think that is the biggest problem with this. It's not too bad, it's definitely better in person, but yeah, it's just this middle bit, very awkward and very gappy, which I think is the main problem. And of course you can pull that all the way down like so, and you can close it up. And of course it does have the printed piece there, and the way they built up the kind of Iron Man mask shape, I think they did a decent job on that. But yeah, that is it for the Iron Man Hall of Armours set. So now we can go on to the ratings for the set. So quickly before we get onto the ratings for the set, the instructions, we do get 2 of them. The first book builds the actual armory, and there are really no advertisements in the back of this. The only thing you get is this little thing for the Lego Life app. And then the second book simply builds the Igor suit, and there it is. There is no advertisements in that one either. So yeah, on to the ratings for this set. I'm going to have to give this set a 9. This is definitely a very good set. The build is really nice. I think the biggest problem with this, other than the Igor suit, is, in my opinion, the 2 Outriders and the Mark 50 suit. Definitely could have done with 3 different new Iron Man suits instead of those. But you know, aside from that, there is no problem with this. The armory is nice. You know, you can buy multiple of these to build a bigger Hall of Armours if you wish. The build, it works, you know, and I like the way that it is modular, of course. But yeah, that's really all there is to this set. Hope you enjoyed this review, and I will see you again very soon. Bye.